Hey guys, I am 12 weeks and 5 days pregnant today, which is, I know, sort of a weird interval between 12 and 13 weeks, and I usually make my updates on Fridays, which is when I turn another solid number as a week. So, as of this Friday, I will be 13 weeks, but over the last week and a half, I haven't had any time to make any videos with work and doctor's appointments. It's been very, very hectic, but I do have exciting things to actually share with you guys this time. Whoever may be watching this, I have like ultrasound pictures this time. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my doctor's appointments and stuff. Symptoms, things like that. Sorry, there's a piece of hair like in the back that my bow didn't like get in it. I'm sorry. Okay, so first, I want to talk about something that like really got to me a little bit, and it's about weight gain during pregnancy. And if you really don't want to listen to this little rant, it's not a big deal. I understand that not everyone may feel the same way about it. So if you don't want to hear it, skip over the next couple minutes. Not a big deal. It's not really going to take that long. But if you do want to listen to it, don't skip it and just listen. So I was at the doctor yesterday. It was, I want to say like 1-ish in the afternoon. I got there on time and stuff. It took him a little while to like call me in. As with every doctor, like who gets called into their doctor's appointment at the actual time of the appointment. Like that'd be great if that would happen once in someone's life, right? But so I hadn't eaten anything that day. And mind you guys that I do weigh myself like once a week because I do like to know these things, just, keep myself updated with my body and my pregnancy. And I know a lot of other people do that too. And as of right now, I know that I weigh between like 165. No, I wanted it between 160 and 165. Obviously, it fluctuates between time of the day, if I just ate, how much clothes I have on, things like that. And that is the weight that I was when I gave birth to my other daughter. And before I got pregnant this time, I want to say I weighed around 150, 155, somewhere between there, like I said, depending on the time of day and stuff. But I went in to the doctor's, and it wasn't even like a doctor. Like, I don't know if this is how it works where you guys are, but at my place you go and around like how far along I am now, you have this like hour-long meeting with an RN or nurse, whatever you want to call it, whatever you call it wherever you're from, and you just go over like what's gonna happen during your hospital stay, and they tell you like what blood stuff you're gonna get done and this and that and blah blah blah. And it's just basically like keep up to date. They tell you what you should be eating and stuff. They weigh you. So in the office that I was in, it had like the bed you lay down, and it had a desk, and just what normal doctor's offices would look like. It had that old-fashioned scale, and I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, depending on how old you are, but like the scales from when you were like little and you would go to the doctor's, where it's this massive thing. It has the thing on it where it measures how tall you are, and it has like a long thing at the top and you like push the you push around the little things, and they try to get it to like even it out. And this lady, I shit you not, I was up there for like 2 seconds. She like tapped it, and she came to the conclusion after literally like 0.5 seconds of me being on the scale that I weighed 173. And I understand that if I go off of 165 in between 173, it may not seem like that big of a difference, but that is almost a 10-pound difference. And that's kind of a lot, you know, especially during pregnancy and stuff like that. But like I said, I do weigh myself just about every 3 days, just out of curiosity. I did that even before I was pregnant. I don't know, I guess I'm just a typical female. But I will sit here and say that I never really tried to go out and go to the gym and lose weight and stuff. I was never interested in being like, you know, as skinny as this fucking string thing. Excuse my language there, but I personally was never interested in being, you know, like a twig. Like, I know a lot of girls like being like super skinny and stuff because that's how they feel most attractive. But the way I feel most attractive and confident in myself is usually staying between, you know, 140 and 150. Because, you know, you really, like, if you look at me, well, now obviously that I'm like 3 months pregnant, on my second pregnancy, I look a little bigger, more bloated, showing sooner. But before I was pregnant, I don't really think I looked that big. You know, no one ever gave me looks or anything. No one told me I looked big. And I personally feel like that's how much I want to weigh at all times. And if you know anything about like, like BMI charts and like all that stuff where they base your weight off of, for my height, I'm you know, between 4'11" and 5 feet tall. So I'm pretty short. But if you look at my BMI chart, it says how much I'm supposed to weigh is 115. And if I weighed 115 at my height, I would be a freaking twig. And I would feel disgusted in myself if that's how I looked. And please don't take that the wrong way. I'm not saying that everyone that is like skinny is unattractive. Like, in my personal opinion, for myself and my body, I don't want to look like that. And so, you know, I keep myself at the weight that I know. You know, I'm not 255 pounds. I wouldn't call myself overweight or obese or, you know, all these fucking words that really hurt people's feelings that doctors will sit there and call you. And, you know, I'm not gonna weigh 115. I'm never going to weigh 115, especially while I'm pregnant. And, so she weighed me, and, with her wrong weight measurement, you know, the whole 173 thing, she told me that I had already gained more weight than I am supposed to gain in the entire pregnancy. She told me that for the weight I was before I was pregnant, I am only supposed to gain 15 pounds for my entire pregnancy. And that's a healthy weight for me to gain the whole time. Let me just start by saying that before I had my daughter, the first time I went in, I was around, I want to say 6 or 7 weeks pregnant, and I weighed 132. And going in, like I said earlier, I weighed 164, 165, and that's like a 30-pound, 32, 33-pound weight gain right there. And I feel like that's what's healthy. Because, I mean, like, if you really think about it, how is she gonna sit there and say that, I've already gained too much weight, I'm only supposed to gain 15 pounds the whole time, when not only was her weight measurement wrong, because I know I didn't really talk much about it, I did go to the hospital a couple weeks ago. They weighed me. Like I said, what I told you I do weigh now, I only weigh, between 160 and 165. And that, was confirmed at the hospital. There's no way I gained 10 pounds over the last, 3 weeks. I think that's physically impossible, especially considering I've seen no change in my weight except for, obviously, the little pudge on my stomach that is from my uterus pushing it out. So, the thing that was bothering me most, while she was saying that, was just, I don't understand how anyone, even someone that is overweight, if I weighed, 200 pounds right now, I would understand why she was like, oh, you probably should try to avoid gaining more than 15 pounds, because, obviously, the dangers and stuff with being, really, really big and actually overweight. And there are a lot of risks with that in pregnancy. But, 15 pounds, I mean, if you average out, a 7-pound baby, the, 3 extra pounds of blood you have, the pound of amniotic fluid, the placenta is, 2 pounds by itself. And then you add the weight. The, fat weight that you gain from eating a little bit extra, and, it's I'm pretty sure that all adds up to, a little bit more than 15 pounds. So the whole only gaining 15 pounds thing, it really upset me, and the thing that upset me more than anything was that this lady was telling me this, and she looks, I shit you not, she looked, sorry for the language, she looked like she hadn't eaten in, a year and a half. She literally looked like this. Her face was, she looked anorexic. And I'm not saying how people say, oh, she looks anorexic, blah, 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 because she's skinny. I mean, she literally looks like she fucking starves herself. Sorry, again, for swearing. I'm just really, really upset about this. Okay, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's, the end of my little doctor rant there. I think, so this video isn't too long, and because at the beginning I did say that it was only going to be a couple minutes, and people are going to be, skipping through a couple minutes, and I see, in the corner right here on my phone, it tells me that I've already been ranting for, 14 minutes, and I did not mean for it to go on that long. I am going to stop this video and upload a different video, just so people aren't, skipping through trying to find it. And I do know that if it hits a certain time, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit any second now, my phone is not going to let me upload the video to YouTube, which is the whole purpose of making this. So I'm going to stop this, and in a separate video, I'm going to discuss the ultrasounds and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So I will see you guys in that video. Go watch that if you want to see my 13-week belly and ultrasound and stuff like that, okay?